This episode of Says Who is brought to you by you. That's right, you, through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where pretty much every Sunday, well, over this course of the summer, every other Sunday, you get this all over again. You get me and Maureen doing a little thing we call the Town Watch, which is essentially this shorter, looser, more of what you love. Let's put it that way. That's for you. If you give it the $5 a month level, if you give it the $10 a month level, you get that and you get a sticker in the mail every month because you become a member of the Says Who Sticker Club. And this is the kind of sacrifice that is made for the Says Who Sticker Club. I am not at home. I am in a trailer. I labeled and packed envelopes and have been carrying them 1,000 miles across the country. Because today I will drive to Longmont, Colorado, and pick up the stickers from the place that they're produced, put them in the envelopes that I've carried all this time, and put them in the mail for you. Because you're a member of the Says Who Sticker Club, and you know what? You're worth it. That's all for you at patreon.com/sayswho.
I'm Maureen Johnson. I did not carry envelopes 1,000 miles. Didn't do it.
That's fine. You just don't care as much. I get it.
Oh my God. I have started a new book, but right now, The Velvet Knife coming out September 29th. Tour information upcoming, pre-order. I mean, you can pre-order it now anywhere you like.
Yeah.
And let me say something about this. If you pre-order from a local indie store, I can't thank you enough. I got to do something special for SaysWhovians if they pre-order. Like just something on here, like I'll make and send a thing just for you guys. That seems like the right thing to do, right?
Yeah. Sure.
We'll figure out how to organize that, but it just seems like the right thing to do. And I'm just trying to do the right thing. But it really, really helps the book, especially, and it helps not support, you know who I'm talking about, the Big B.
The Big B. Well, speaking of the Big B, if you would like to pre-order Maureen's book or just order books, you can always go to kickbezosintheballs.org. That's our own little bookshop where we have quick links to Maureen's stuff and a search bar for anything that your heart desires. Really. Anything.
Oh my God.
And hey, if you're doing things on the internet, you can always go to merch.sayswhopodcast.com. That is our own little merch store where we have a whole bunch of great stuff, and it's available for you at all times. My own personal web shop, which I usually hype right now, is closed while I'm on the road because there involves physical shipping that I'm not doing. So what I will tell you, you're on the internet. You should listen to Rebel Spirit. That is the podcast that I've been doing for the last year and into this year with Akilah Hughes, one of the best people, period. Our 10th episode, final episode of this season is upcoming, and it's been a ride this season. It has been a ride. If you don't have time to invest in an entire season, just listen to episode 8, which is a 30-minute long Mitch McConnell diss track. So enjoy that. Have a good time. You can go to rebelspiritpodcast.com, but it's also available at any reputable podcast slinger. Rebel Spirit.
God, I haven't seen Dan. I haven't done a recording in weeks. Honestly, I don't even know if he's alive.
Hey, Maureen, I'm just sitting here casually reading today's newspaper.
Dan, is that you?
Yeah, see, I've got today's newspaper. It says very clearly here on the headline, today. That's newspaper.
It does just say today's newspaper.
Yeah, it's because that's today's newspaper.
Dan, that's not generally how newspapers work.
That's how today's newspaper works. I have not seen you in a while, Maureen. You've been off in France.
Well, Dan, fine. Here I am in my favorite plaid shirt and jeans.
Oh.
I love a plaid shirt and jeans.
I feel like you've worn that outfit before, though. How do I know that that's today's plaid shirt and jeans?
Well, Dan, no newspaper says today's newspaper. Do you have any other proof?
Yeah, I can tell you all about the World Cup scores. The world is
Okay.
winning.
Oh. Hmm. And that's not very specific. It's not really.
It's been a
I don't.
very good tournament of the soccer.
Oh boy, Dan, I don't quite believe this story you're telling. It's very
Well,
suspicious.
I'm a little bit suspicious about your little plaid shirt and jeans, as if that's anything.
But Dan, here I am with husband.
Oh, that is husband.
Yeah, he's wearing a shirt that says husband.
It does very clearly say husband on it.
Yeah,
So that's pretty good, but I don't feel like husbands usually walk around in husband shirts.
mine does.
Okay.
Maybe you don't have as good a relationship.
I'm going to just sit back and turn on today's TV. That's today.
I just want you guys to know that he actually leaned back and mimed a remote. That's our commitment to this ever increasingly thinned out bit, is that he is acting it out.
I'm also
You guys
sitting
might
outside in a
not be
public
having.
place, so other
He's
people
outside
saw
in
me
a
do
public
that
place.
too.
Yeah. Listen, you guys may not be having a good time, but we are. That's the motto of this podcast. Welcome to Says Who, the podcast where Dan and I are having a good time. I'm Maureen Johnson.
I'm Dan Sinker. It's also a coping strategy. Maureen Johnson, it's good to see you. You are back in New York City. You were in
France.
You were in France.
I was.
Hot Francais.
I have a story to tell.
I would love to hear it.
But where are you? Talk about you, Phil.
I am sitting outside of my trailer in the shade, in the ever increasingly fleeting shade, in a campground in Lyons, Colorado. One of my favorite places on earth. But it is hot. It is brutally hot right now. It was like 100 degrees yesterday. I think it's going to be a cool mid 90s today. But yeah, I'm sitting there like people walking by. So basically sitting in the middle of a park doing a podcast.
We're back, baby. I'm just sad you're not in front of a pyramid again.
In the car cooking.
Yeah.
I learned from my mistakes sometimes.
I thought that was going to actually kill you, but it was a funny way to go.
Yeah, it was.
What are you doing, sir? Nothing. Yeah, I was in France. So my trip over, I flew at night, which I usually don't do. We have a flight to England that we take that is a day flight, and night flights I'm always like, but when I bought my ticket, I found a good price on a premium economy, like in the middle, the slightly bigger seat. It was good for whatever reason. This particular flight was really competitively priced. I was like, okay, that's worth it. I think I'll be able to sleep. I'm going to try to sleep.
Yeah.
So I took that ticket, and I got a little bit of sleep. I got a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
And I landed in France in the morning, and because I thought there would be plenty of tickets, because it was like there's a train from the airport to the town I needed to go, and then there'd be a ride.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like there were plenty of tickets when I booked it, but then all the tickets were booked, everything.
Whoops.
The 2 days before, and I was like, uh-oh. And it turns out because the French booked all the tickets, like, we got to go. So I eventually found that I could take a train I could get a train from Paris, Gare de Lyon, to where I needed to go by making connections.
Okay.
So, but it was 6 hours. So I landed at like 9:30 in the morning. This train was at 4.
Okay.
So I had to go to Paris, and then I found a place to like lock my bags.
Okay.
But when I got there, it turns out it was like miles away. So I walked around the Gare de Lyon, which is also a metro station, for an hour trying to find the hidden place where you go to the bag. You leave your bags in the station, and I find it, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Frenchman. He's standing in front of it like the guardian. I wheel up with my bags, and he says, in French, €9.80. And I say, and he says, money. I say, ha ha, I actually have some cash. I have some cash. And I held it up. I had a €50 note because that's what came out of the machine. I was like, look what I have. And he said, no, money. Coins, Dan.
Oh,
Coins.
I thought he was talking about the painter Monet.
And I said, ooh, where? Ooh, ooh. And he went, I was like, okay. So I start wandering around again, trying to find a shop to buy something to break this note and get the coins. And a bunch of them were like, no money, no. Finally, I get a pret-a-manger and I buy like a bottle of water. I was like, money, coin. And I eventually convinced them to give me €10 in coins, 5 €2 pieces.
Okay.
So I wheel back and I show him, like, look, coins. And he goes, oh, like, good job. I passed the first riddle. So I was allowed in, got my bags x-rayed, went to the locker, put it, clunk, 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 fa-chunk. Because it turns out, Dan, it wanted exactly €9.80.
Oh, perfect.
It was not going to accept this €2 coin.
Don't roll it up.
No.
$9.80, baby.
So then I'm wandering around the locker room with this €2 coin going, €2. And so finally I get someone who's, they look at this like, this poor son of a bitch, give her, break the coin for her. And they were like, have a good day, have a good trip. I speak enough poor French to make these communications sound. So I can read signs and basic things and menus, and I can understand some of what's said to me, and then I respond with bad French. So I get it, clunk, clunk, clunk. I've locked it in. All right, Dan, I'm off to Paris.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that much time now. And I get there and I kind of
spent a lot of it on a money trek.
At this point, it's 12:30.
Okay.
So I find the line I need, which turns out is the longest possible line to walk. And I go to the Marais, which I want to go to. And then I kind of start walking around and I don't really do anything much. I went to a place that my friend recommended and I kind of looked around. I was like, is this all right? I go back with my little card that I bought. Card doesn't work. No, I can't get into the metro to get back. I'm about to get a cab and I tried it one last time. And then let me in.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to do this right.
Yeah.
I get in there. Now, I'm back at the, but long story short, this journey from door to door, by the time I arrived at the house, was 24 hours. So, of which I slept 4. So they were just sitting down to eat when I got there at 9:00 at night. And I was like, hi! So after that, though, it was good. It was 104 degrees.
Yeah.
So
it was a little Francais flambe.
One morning when I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, I was able to work outside for a few hours. Like we could go outside for a few hours, but then we basically work inside the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I went in with a heavy, like I was very anxious. I was like having a lot of chemical anxiety in my body. I was real zippy.
Yeah.
But I reset there.
Oh, good.
I sat, I read, I reset for the new book.
Nice.
Took notes. We didn't go out much. We went out to dinner twice, and then we went to the shops once. So it was, most of the time we were just at the house.
Yeah.
Talking, reading, working, cooking, being with each other. We had a little game where we would hide these creepy stuffed animals that we found around each other's rooms.
Sure. Yeah, naturally.
I started that game. I don't think you'll be surprised to know.
You started the hiding the stuffed animals game.
I found it was a room full of like weird stuffed lemurs and crabs, and I kept going retrieving them.
I would have done that too.
There was this creepy children's room that nobody was in. It had a haunted tricycle.
Oh, good.
It was real weird.
Perfect. Naturally.
My room had a really low ceiling that I hit my head on 4 times, and then finally I took because my closet
not even
was
that tall.
I'm 5'6". It really was one of those
really low.
It was high up top, and then it was a stark slope down.
Yeah.
So by the end, it was like
got it.
4 feet or something.
Yeah. Those are hard to judge.
my closet was in there, and I kept
Right.
So my
Yeah.
closet only had about 2 feet of space. So I put my clothes in the creepy children's room, and I was
Oh,
like, well, obviously I
perfect.
got to start taking all these
Yeah,
lemurs
definitely. You sure do.
and hiding them. I was in a little wing with Marie Rutowski, who's an amazing writer, and I kept hiding. And then I found the crab, so I would hide the crab like in the towel rack with her towel over. So when she picked up her towel, there was a crab there. It was
Hijinks.
good. It was hijinks.
Hijinks.
Yeah, hijinks.
That's
And
nice.
look, my little cheap French notebook is full of story.
Oh, look at you.
Look
I
at all
love it.
that. Look at
I love to see it.
diagrams. Yeah, yeah.
I love to see it. I desperately need that chemical reset that you just referred to. Yeah. The sprint to get out the door, which is always hard, was absolutely bananas. And then longtime listeners will remember we've actually not been out in our trailer in a couple of years. It's been a little bit different since since the big one went off to college, and we've been kind of, prioritizing him being home, so we shouldn't go out for a long time and all of that. Last summer he had a summer job, blah blah. Anyway, he did not come home this summer, so we're going to him. So we're on a long trailer trip for the first time in 3 years. Actually, we did a shorter trip 2 years ago. But the other reason for that is 3 years ago, at the very end of the trip, our air conditioner basically blew up. And 2 years ago, we thought we had it fixed, and it went out pretty much right away as well. That was a shorter trip that very luckily was low temperatured. So this time coming in, we had the whole thing replaced, which is not cheap. Brand new AC unit, brand new thing underneath that's in your trailer, all of that. And we were like, all right, we're good. No stress. We're going to be fine. Because also we're going through the Southwest, right? Like
Right.
it is nothing but hot between home and where we're going. So first pull day is to Iowa City. We get in. Again, I want to point out everything brand new. We have not tested anything, but the people that did the work swore up and down that it was all good. Turn it on, and there is no air coming out of the air conditioner. It's running. You can hear everything running, but nothing is coming out of the vents. And I'm like, that's a problem. So we call the service guy, who's like, I don't know why that would be. And I'm like, well, I've been looking a lot, and I know this is a weird thing for me to say because I don't really know what I'm looking at, but I think this might have been installed backwards. Not the unit that's on the roof, but there's this thing that goes in your trailer underneath that thing. I'm like, I think that's incorrect. And he's like, well, maybe. So we're like trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And thankfully this guy's like, well, tell you what, call a mobile RV tech and have them take a look. We will pay for it. I'm like, that's great. So I'd literally do a Google search, find a guy who's like, well, I'm out to dinner with my wife right now, but I can come by. We're like, that's great. He comes in, he's like, that's backwards when he walks in. And I'm like, I thought that was backwards. So he takes it off, and he's like, what is going on? And they basically fucked up the whole installation of the air conditioner, right? Like every part of it was installed wrong, to the degree that when he opened it up, he was like, that is a block of ice up there because the freeze sensor is not installed. So he did work to get it kind of limping along in the evening, and it worked. Then he came back. Now, I want to point out, we were supposed to leave the next morning and go to the next spot because we're just doing one day till we got out here to Colorado. He comes back the next morning to kind of finish the job and is there for hours and hours and hours up. And it's hot. It was like pushing 100 in Iowa. He's up on the roof of the trailer. He's inside. He basically, the things that they had put in that were new. There's like one part you don't normally swap. It's like a control board. And he's like, the only possible problem here is that this control board has gone. And so he swaps that. He has to find then like a thermostat that works. Anyway, it's just a fucking nightmare, right? He finally finishes. We leave the campsite. We supposed to have left by noon. That was checkout, but they were like, you clearly have problems, so stick around. We finally left at like 4. We had a 4-hour drive to the next place. We get in at night. And the AC, I will say, has been working fine ever since. And we've been in a lot of heat. But my body chemicals cannot let go of the anxiety that it's going to go, you know? So every time it turns on, I'm like flooded. Every time it turns off, I'm flooded, you know? The only thermostat he could get that was compatible with everything on no notice, and it was an hour drive for him to get it, has like a web connected bit, so now I can see it on my phone. So now I'm like obsessively checking my phone. Janice was like, the phone part is not a good thing for you. I'm like, no, it is not. But yeah, I need that reset. Like I have chemical just anxiety rushing through me at all times right now, which is not great. It's not great.
You know, Dan, I don't like that for you.
No, I don't like it for me either. And the only way that it's going to work is enough time and enough like, okay, it's working and it keeps working, you know, to drop the worry that it will stop working. But yeah, it's not great. That said, where we are right now is really beautiful.
Where is this?
So we're in Lyons, Colorado, which is where we stay every, longtime listeners are going to be like, Maureen, Lyons. We stay here every time we're up visiting Janice's family, who are mostly in the Boulder area. Guy in a motorcycle drove by. It is just nestled in the foothills of the Rockies. This campground is in a public park that has a river. Kind of 3 sides of the park are ringed by this river, and you can tube in it. And there are these beautiful cliffs, and there are eagles that fly around the cliffs.
Oh,
and
sweet!
It is just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it's also basically just a dirt, like gravel field, like parking lot essentially. So it's hot, but yeah. So we're here till Friday. Then we do another kind of 4 days across, and then we get to LA, where we are staying in one place for 3 weeks.
Wow.
I know. We will be there 1 week from today, actually. But and I can't wait. Very excited to be out there, and I'm very excited to be, able to just kind of stop. And I think that will be when finally the anxiety releases a little bit.
Well, Dan, you are dragging a house several thousand miles.
We're dragging a house several thousand miles. There was a lot of work to get to the point where we could, and then immediately day one, like trip ending level calamity. Like if the AC had not gotten fixed, we could not have gone, because like I said, right now it's going to be 95 today. Yesterday it was like 99. At one point we're going to be in Barstow, California, which is like in the Mojave Desert. So like that's for one night, but it'll be like 105. But
yeah.
So yeah. We need a working air conditioner.
France is not, while we were there, there were lots of reports of all the people that had drowned because they were, trying to swim in places. And now there are huge fires.
Yeah.
Outside of Paris. And there's fires also in England.
There are fires in England?
Yes.
That's wild.
There's a fire, I think it's in Yorkshire. And I believe the fires in France are in Fontainebleau.
Okay.
Outside of Paris. So yes, there's a forest fire, and I think it's in Yorkshire.
Yeah, that's another aspect of this trip is we're supposed to, after this, we're going south, and there's like a huge fire in southern Colorado that's probably changing our routing. we've been watching the Watch Duty app, seeing it's at 35% contained right now, which is 10% better than it was 2 days ago. But
climate change, where
yeah, that's
uh,
great.
came up a lot.
Oh
A
yeah,
lot.
I
Because
bet.
this place was a place set up to be outside, just like
Yeah,
lots of places to sit outside. And I
right,
love
totally.
working outside.
Sure.
It's like I do so much work, and it was 105 degrees. Like it was completely dry.
Yeah, but still.
But you could kind of sit there for a while and all of a sudden be like, it is really fucking hot, isn't it?
Yeah, you're like in a convection oven. You know, it's
Yeah.
not wet, but it's yeah, it's a it that yeah. There's not. It's not great. It's not great
No.
that like everywhere is on fire and everywhere is hot and
Yeah.
no one's
England,
doing shit about it.
the swampiest, rainiest, famously rainy place.
Yeah,
Cold and rainy. My in-laws are talking about how the neighbors are having air conditioning installed.
yeah, yeah. Well,
It's
well.
it's real time chickens coming home to roost. But I will say, being with my friends, every once in a while they'd be like, what's going on with your family? And I'd be like, oh, it's, and I would start to talk about what was going on right before I left. And I was like, well, he's got the pick line out. We just know that he's like, he's kind of crazy. And just trying to explain what's going on. I'm like, well, I talk to them every day. And like, I just kind of maintain it. And, it's fine. Like it was I was there a lot, and then I caught them. Like I came back, I left the room and I came back down and I heard my one friend saying to the other, it was something about me. And they're like, she says she's fine. And I was like, I am fine. And she's like, see, she'll say she's fine. I'm like, but I am. It's like, I know that I live with a trash can full of bees in my office. I'm like, well, there's a trash can full of bees in my office. I've just, when you live with it long enough, you're like, well, that's just me and my trash can full of bees. Every once in a while, someone comes and hits it with a stick. What's the big deal?
I just need to point out, I don't mean to take away from your trash can full of bees metaphor, but
sure,
a motorcycle keeps driving by, which I'm sure
right.
people can hear. And I just looked up, and it is tethered to it by a rope is a wagon, like a little portable, I'm bringing my stuff to the beach wagon. And I think they must be moving from one campsite to another, but that's their method, is just to drag a wagon behind a motorcycle.
I just got a little news, like a little curious look on my face was a text from AT&T saying that they will be complimentary calling to the UK and Argentina on certain days.
Oh, tomorrow, because of the
World
final.
Cup, free World Cup, the semi.
I have a very good friend in Buenos Aires, and he was basically like, I cannot talk to you. I cannot talk to you.
Who do you think is going to win?
Honestly, I think England could pull it off.
Yeah.
Argentina is extremely good, but I do not think that they have been playing very well, which is not to say that England has been playing very well either, but England seems to have a level of grit that might happen, but who knows?
Well, Dan, while I was in France, again, I am astonished to find that I am the person that knows the most about sports in any, because the amount I know about sports is so vanishingly small. This is all the sports I know. This is it. This is all I've got. And that one time I watched the Lionesses play in the Euro. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I've got. But I was following, Dan, to bring us back to reality. As I was in France, cooking up some dinner with friends, I was listening to newscast from the BBC about how Donald Trump, when America got a red card in the World Final, there was a potential red card against, who was it against?
Florian Balogun, with the kind of breakout striker of America. They were playing
who were they playing?
Bosnia.
Okay, they were playing Bosnia. And they got this red card, which meant that guy would be out for 2 games.
Yeah. But specifically, he would be out for the round of 16 game, which is like
right.
among the furthest that America has ever gotten in the World Cup.
So Trump said, oh, it's terrible. Can you imagine that? Not allowed to play, our best guy. I know a lot about sports, he said. I didn't know what a red card was, he said next.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So he called the president of FIFA a well-known, legit organization that isn't corrupt at all.
No, definitely not. Never. No flies on them.
FIFA really is like just like a cartoon villain with a twirly mustache and a bag marked money.
Definitely.
Bribes.
Yes.
But he called them, and then he was allowed to play again.
Magically, the red card
and everyone called bullshit. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's like, go fuck yourself. We have one thing that's bringing the world together. We got one thing.
Yeah.
And then this guy shows up.
Yep.
Luckily, the U.S. lost. Otherwise, everything would have been tainted.
Correct. It also was their first real opposition, and they crumpled. Because the thing is, the U.S. really cannot compete at a world soccer level. And part of the reason, so this is what's interesting to me, actually. This is slightly relevant to actual SaysWhoviness, but in most of the world, if you are a youth and you would like to play soccer, it is free. The clubs or the national teams or both have academies that you can just join, and they assess you, and then you can continue in that academy if you are good. So there is essentially from literally like 5, 6, 7 years old, there is a nationwide system free of charge to find the best soccer players. In America, if you want to play soccer and you want to get better, you have to join what are called travel teams, which cost thousands of dollars for children to play kick the ball. And so we are not recruiting our best players. We are recruiting the people that can afford it, right? And so that's kind of why traditionally America has not been competitive. Now, the American national team has changed their thinking. And so now you have players like Florian Balogun, who technically is American. His parents were in America when he was born. They are British. His mom was so pregnant that they did not allow her to fly back to London, where she was supposed to, and she gave birth in New York, and then they flew back to London. He is actually a product of the Arsenal Football Academy in London. So he's like
you in that respect. You're just kind of born there.
Well, it's the flip, right? Yeah.
Right.
There's another guy on the English team that flip is correct. He was born in England, but to American parents, and so he is playing for America. Florian Balogun, born in America to English parents, lived in America for like 2 weeks, recruited. There's another guy who scored a number of goals and was very good, who was born in Germany, has one American parent, one German parent, played for the German youth national team up until this year, and was recruited. So the American national team has realized sort of what some of the smaller countries that are competitive right now have realized, which is we can look out to the diaspora and recruit, right? And they've done that, and it's actually been very effective. So what the interesting thing is when you have Donald Trump suddenly intervening on behalf of Florian Balogun to lift him because he is significantly better than, say, Christian Pulisic, who's the guy that's been in all of the ads and everything, happens to be a white boy, happens to be, American and all of that. He is intervening for birthright citizenship, that he was just trying to end at the Supreme Court, right? He is literally saying, hey, this guy is American and he should be allowed to play, even though a week before, or maybe even that same week, he was, pissed that the Supreme Court blocked his ability to say that, in fact, that dude is not American. So fuck you, Donald Trump.
But Dan.
Yeah.
We've been gone a week and some things have happened. We can't talk about all of them because so many, like we kind of switch back on in the war, or there's ice and all of that horror.
Ice killing
But then,
people again.
Yeah, two another person. Yeah.
Yep. Well, on a more SaysWhovian note, I just want to start by saying that they have drained the reflecting pool again, Maureen. And it
So
is a beautiful shade of disgusting.
Well,
So I think I've mentioned before, there's a webcam on the top of the Washington Monument. It looks out across the field underneath the Washington Monument, and then across the reflecting pool, and then you see the Lincoln Memorial. And I looked at it today. The field, which is where the Great American State Fair was held, is just dead grass and dirt. The field to the right of that, which also held the fair, is just absolutely decimated. And then the reflecting pool, which I want to point out quite famously was painted blue, is the color of dried dog vomit. Like, I don't know what happened to the blue, but it is absolutely disgusting. Trump posted last night saying that it's been drained, and in draining, they discovered a 300-yard long slash in this pool liner that they sprayed in. Made, he claims, by vandals, and then that they lifted that liner with, and I quote, great force to tear it up. Now, I don't know a lot about pools, Maureen. And I don't know a lot about a lot. But I am having trouble understanding how, with a knife, you would cut a slash underwater that is the length of 3 football fields.
In a concrete pool?
In a stone or concrete pool. Yeah. I don't know how that works.
No chance at all that's a drainage.
I mean, there were certainly people, as it was being sprayed down, that was saying this is going to lift up. You know, it's not, right. They're not drying it right. They're not curing it right. They're doing a rush job. Does seem that that's the more likely explanation for a 300-yard long stretch. That is so long.
Yeah, it's really long.
That is 3 football stadiums lined up next to each other.
And so now we have a big empty reflecting pool again.
Yeah, and it's grosser than ever.
How deep is it?
I mean, the reflecting pool is not very deep.
2 feet maybe, or something like that?
I doubt it's even that. I actually don't know how deep it is, but it's not deep. That's its whole point. But Maureen Johnson, we're dancing around the big news.
Oh my God.
Which is that after wondering for weeks if Mitch McConnell had died, suddenly Lindsey Graham jumped the line. We all woke up Sunday morning and we're like, wait, what?
I mean, it's grim to be laughing at a man's death, but truly it was, oh, wait, what? Wait, so seriously? Like,
wait,
Oscar, when I woke up, he said, Lindsey Graham died. And I immediately was like, well, yeah, you know, he's like, no, Lindsey Graham. And
right.
Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Little Toad Boy died.
Janice has had a long-standing agreement with me. I famously don't sleep well, and I'm often on my phone when I'm not. That, you know, when it happens, if she's asleep, I should wake her up. And it's a little bit ambiguous on other things.
Right.
Do I wake her up? Do I not? And when you're living in a trailer, you tend to wake up a little bit earlier because the sun is coming in pretty, you know, I mean, we have we have window blinds, but it's a different level of windowness. And so I was awake, and I was like, oh my God. And then I heard her kind of half turn. And I was like, I think she's awake.
Yes, counts.
So then I was like, do you remember how you told me that I should let you know when things happen? She was like, yeah. And then I just held the phone up. And she just like boing, like cartoons, sat bolt upright in the bed. But yeah, Lindsey Graham, from what the statement says, was a brief illness. Worth pointing out that
he had an aortic dissection. I mean,
well, we learned that later. I still am clinging to the belief that it was the diarrhea lettuce.
We all want the diarrhea lettuce to be it, Dan. We all want it to be that. But Trump did have a different way of explaining this. He when asked on Newsmax, what do you think? He's Greg Kelly. Do you think we know the whole story about Lindsey Graham's death? Trump. Well, I think we do. We have great doctors, and they talked about a certain part of his body literally blew up.
That doesn't rule out the diarrhea lettuce.
Dan, our president is like a evil, funny 3-year-old. It's his. I have great doctors, and they said a part of his body. Which, to be fair, is what an aortic dissection is. But, I mean, that's your aorta bursting, splitting, it's bad.
Or diarrhea lettuce. Either one. He
An
didn't specify.
Dan, an aortic dissection is like diarrhea of the heart, if that makes you feel any better.
That actually does. Tributes, as you might expect, came from all sides. Though, honestly, the most fitting tribute to Lindsey Graham was written by Lindsey Graham back in May of 2016, before all of this happened, when he said, if we nominate Trump, we will get destroyed, and we will deserve it.
Beautiful.
It is. It is. It was a long journey from that to Trump lickspittle, but he made it complete. Post-election 2020, when he called Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and threatened him, which honestly is a very funny image, because I don't think that man could threaten anything. And telling him to throw out the legal mail-in ballots that Georgia had received. From there on, Maureen, he was Trump's boy, golfing with him regularly and generally basking in daddy's glow. So that you would expect that Donald Trump would be mourning that loss. And he sure was. The first thing we heard from him was a post. It just said, so sad, with 3 exclamation points. And President DJT afterwards. And then he posted a photo, which is a relatively recent photo of Lindsey Graham. Maureen, do you want to perhaps describe this photo for people? Yeah.
Lindsey Graham is at you can tell he's at a restaurant because I can see a yellow and white marquee background and tables and chairs. So country club restaurant something. He's at a table. He's got a big shit eating grin on his face, a black cap that says, is that Make America Great Again, the black version?
No.
Black hat version? What is it?
It's Make Iran Great Again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. For absolute fuck's sake. Hold on, I have to enhance.
Yeah, you're going to need to zoom it in to see what he's holding.
Oh, so he's holding a printed picture of what appears to be a redone version of Trump's Wikipedia page, and it says acting president of Venezuela.
Yeah.
34th and 47th president of the United States. But yes, he's acting and he's smiling, and he's got, oh, for fuck's sake, that hat.
Yeah. So this is the image that Donald Trump chose to memorialize Lindsey Graham. He then has proceeded for the last 36 hours or whatever to just call into every news show ever. And maybe in his own mind, honor the legacy of Lindsey Graham. But here are some quotes. To Fox, he says, he was totally against me. I mean, he was fighting me. I was leading in the polls by a lot. He said, I'll get you in South Carolina. That didn't work out too well. It was amazing. And he said he had one bad moment in the January 6th thing when he stood up. All right, now I've had it. That's it. I can't do it anymore. Then he called me about 40 minutes later and said, did I really say that? I can't believe it. And he took it back. He then proceeded to make claims about what their last conversation was about. So one thing that is a little bit coincidental, Lindsey Graham literally just got back from Ukraine. And so he talked to Donald Trump, I guess, on the plane. He'd been back for just a few hours when all of this went down. He spoke to him. And so he gets on Fox News and he says he was very strong on fighting for the Save America Act. This is the kind of elections takeover act that they want to get through. He was starting to say, terminate the filibuster. This is just straight up. This man's dead. I can say whatever I want now.
Yeah.
I can just say, oh, yeah, he told me that. He said to me that I should get his car.
Oh, yeah. He wants me to have his hair, his house. Fucked him once. Wasn't good. Oh, yeah, we made out a bunch. Yeah.
He went on to mourn him in his own special way, saying he loved playing golf. It wasn't that he was a great striker of the ball, though. And he was a total workaholic politician. Some people don't call that work. Some people call that a lot of talking. This is like one of his main allies. This is a man who has greased the wheels of the Senate for him multiple times, sort of sane washing him, getting people that did not want to work with him solely on the fact that he was willing to work with him. So this is how he does it. He then calls up on Newsmax, where he says that a part of his body literally blew up, and then goes, well, his father died just about the same age. I'm a believer in the racehorse theory. If you have problems, you have problems. And he had some problems.
Now, Dan, we know that Trump loves a eugenics.
Yeah.
He loves some eugenics.
He loves it.
Weirdly, it's not big. The FBI went into his house last night and cordoned off the area and was searching through Lindsey Graham's house. They were like, it's no problem, just out of abundance of caution. I was like, what crazy shit are they taking out of there?
What's the caution?
What are they doing? And you want to hear my just stupid assumption?
Always.
Lindsey Graham, I think we know, was gay.
Yeah.
And who knows? Like, I feel like they may be doing a cleanup a little bit.
Could be.
On what they consider not good for them. I don't know. Like,
I am very here for once the kind of private life reporting does begin. We'll see where it leads. But for now, his seat has been filled by his younger sister, Darlene Graham Nordone, or Norden, I don't know. She was appointed yesterday to fill his seat. And if you would like a little insight into Darlene, Maureen, you might be looking at the notes, but if you could look away for a second and tell me how to spell the name Darlene.
Darlene.
Right. She spells it Darline.
Okay.
And that's because when they were little kids, Lindsay misspelled it, and she just went with it for the rest of her life.
Jesus Christ. What this family. So 71, so he was born 50s?
Yeah.
So little kid in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So real nightmare time to be a little girl. Usually is, but extra nightmare. And your creepy brothers, you have to toady and he fucks with your name, and now it's your name.
And it's your name forever. Well,
What kind of loser can't spell his sister's name? Sorry.
a dead one.
Freaky little loser kid. But Dan, in the background of this, of course, we're all enjoying the fact that Mitch McConnell still MIA 4 weeks on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that he was taken out in an ambulance, in a life support ambulance.
Yeah.
Because they called
where we have seen neighbor video of it, they did not move with a quickness.
No, they didn't. And again, he went out in the advanced life support unit.
Yeah.
So if he was, say, he'd fallen and was just unconscious, I don't necessarily, I mean, he is a senator, but like, do you call for the advanced life support? Anyway, He said he fell and out of abundance of caution was taken to the hospital where he developed mild pneumonia.
You know.
And his is fine and is still in the hospital with, Dan, I just had mild pneumonia. Now I'm not in his shape. I am not Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
But why you would develop mild pneumonia after just fall? Like, I know things happen with older people all the time, but this story doesn't really make any sense.
No.
And he's still in the hospital and has had no verified pictures, no video, no verified communication.
Nobody heard from him, and then there sort of began to be a series of people who were like, well, I just talked to him. But one of the last things that Lindsey Graham said, he was asked, do you know what's up with Mitch McConnell? And he says, well, I'm going to find out right now. And then he dies.
Whoa! Well,
anyway, as if to be like, not dead yet, motherfucker. They did the Mitch McConnell camp did release a odd photo of him and his wife sitting in a hospital bed where he's sort of clutching that day's newspaper or a recent newspaper and smiling vaguely turtlishly. But they literally released it the same day that Lindsey Graham died. Like
right after. They were like, don't worry. Here's a totally... Yeah. And that photo, like everybody else, I've studied that photo like it's the fucking grassy Knowles Zapruder film of... And there's just weird stuff in it, like how the newspaper seems all... The text is all fuzzed out.
Yeah.
And looks like gibber. Like, but it I don't know what it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It doesn't, it's just a gibberishy photo that doesn't prove anything, that could be real, unreal. It doesn't look, I will say that if that photo is legit, he is in a spa because he has got good color in his cheeks.
Oh yeah.
He's looking, that little jolly tortoise man has never looked better.
You remember the Westing game?
I sure as shit do.
The Samuel Westing body is described as looking waxy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what he looks like. He's so smooth.
He's really smooth.
He's like just a real smooth man.
He's 4 weeks in the hospital with pneumonia really does wonders for his complexion.
Just glowing. So maybe they've just been force feeding him sauerkraut.
So
they've got an IV bag that's just full of kraut dripping right into him.
Just yummy. Every once in a while they put some kimchi in there just to get get the blood pumping. So yeah, we've been playing a game of, is he dead?
Yeah.
Is he dead? My theory is and remains that he is on a vent or is on some sort of like life assistance support, like that he's being given, that he had a heart attack and is being given, or a stroke or something significant, and is being
something
serious life-saving measures. Sure shit wasn't that he fell down, developed mild pneumonia, and is just hanging out there and not talking to anybody.
Yeah,
I am sure the reporters are now going to everybody in that hospital and saying, do you want $100,000 in a bag?
Well,
tell us
reporters
what's happening.
aren't doing that. TMZ might be. But
I'm just saying.
they
Yeah,
are
TMZ.
working every
Someone's shady.
possible
Someone's shady, like
angle to
like
find
an
out what the
English
fuck.
newspaper or TMZ. You know what I mean? Like a shady one.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note,
Proof of life is all. But yeah, Lindsey Graham just absolutely dove for the ball, and congratulations to him.
Hail Mary pass. Yeah. He did it.
Yeah,
he did it. Incredible.
And the thing is, Dan, when these motherfuckers die, I feel like they have been living forgetting the knowledge that these bodies die.
Yes, they definitely.
And that you are, your actions and your thoughts, and that also when you're gone with these people, you get nothing in return.
Yeah,
you're just garbage to them. They put you directly in the wood chipper.
You get the president trashing you within. Well, the body is still cooling.
Yeah,
saying that you're not a very good golfer, saying that he was shit talking me, and then he had to come back and ask for forgiveness. I mean, just amazing.
It was a dickhole with a dumb body, and now he's dead. So sad. This is the man who dumped his ex-wife's body on his own golf course. I mean, nothing matters. No. Nothing matters to these people.
It does not.
Their sacrifices to toady up to this fucker will give them nothing and will result in nothing, and will just damn their names forever. So, good riddance to him.
Enjoy it, bud. On that note, Says Who is made possible by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/SaysWho. That's our Patreon, where you can do this all over again every other week in the summer, usually every week in the normal times, where you can, for $5, you get it. You just get it on Sundays, and it's great. And there's also like somewhere on the order of 300 of them available for you to listen to. Normally, give it the $10 level, and you get a sticker in the mail that I work very hard to get to you, even when I'm traveling. So that's great. Patreon.com/SaysWho. Our theme music was performed by Ted Leo. Thank you, Ted. Our logo was designed by Darth. You can contact us at SaysWhoPodcast.com on Blue Sky, at SaysWho at OMFG.town on Mastodon, or you can always email at hey, that's HEY, at SaysWhoPodcast.com. Join the discussion on Facebook at /group/SaysWhovians. Our Facebook group is moderated by Janice Dillard, even when we're out on the road. So thank you for that, Janice. If you want to join the fan run Discord server, you can always go to tinyurl.com/SaysWhoDiscord. Whatever you do, spread the word, subscribe, leave stars and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you listen. And you can join us in 2 weeks, July 29th, for our next episode. I'm traveling on the day that we would normally record next week, unless, obviously, if someone dies, we'll figure it out.
Oh, grim, funny.
From my trailer in Lyons, Colorado, I am Dan Sinker.
From New York City, baby, where we're kicking it and doing good stuff.
It's true.
You know what? We pretty much this summer. Oh, side note. I've told everybody that my racist neighbors who moved out because Mondami.
Yeah.
Well, Oscar came to my door the other day and said, "I have surprising news. They were moving back in. They said they were gone, but I guess what happens is they sublet.
Yeah.
And that move to Florida didn't stick, and now they're fucking back."
Yeah, that's about the least surprising bit of intel ever.
It was such a relief not to know that
Queen with them again.
That when that elevator stopped on that floor for any reason, that they weren't going to be there. And oh my God, this is the problem with living in a building with hundreds of other people.
Yeah.
Some you want to see, and some you're like, I don't want to.
Indeed.
I don't want to. Anyway,
Indeed.
New York City, baby, best place in the world. Dun, 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 bum, bum.
She was Maureen Johnson, and this has been Says Who.
What is that thing flashing behind you?
What thing?
It's like over your shoulder. Other way.
Here?
Nope, other one.
Here?
Yep.
There's flashing?
Yeah. It
I
might
don't
just be
see.
light reflecting.
I
It's
think it's
fine.
just light. There's a parking lot on the other side of that tree. It's probably
I
cars
wouldn't
driving
worry
by,
about it. I
people
wouldn't worry about
walking.
the. Oh, there's a bear. He's holding a
Uh,
gun.